Hey, it's Tammy Sheffield one more time with one last great tech tool for your students. It is called No Fear Shakespeare. Um, and here is the website for it. This is a great resource for any teacher that has to teach Shakespeare. Or if you're a parent of a student who's learning Shakespeare in school, you might want to use this website as well. What it is a great website that has the original text of the whatever Shakespeare play you're reading alongside a modern translation of the text. It is a really great resource. I know everybody struggles with Shakespeare. Very few people can read a line of Shakespeare and understand exactly what is being said. So this is a great resource to go into if you have a student who is just really struggling with the understanding of what's going on in the play. You can direct them to this website. They can bring up the play. Like I said, they can read the original text written by Shakespeare right there on the left, and then juxtaposed right next to it is the text in a modern translation. I happen to choose a clip of the Hamlet to be or not to be speech. And that's one that when kids study Hamlet, this is one of the main speeches that he gives that we look at very closely and in depth. And if you don't know what he's saying, how can you understand what the speech is about? So this is a truly great resource to help students who are struggling to understand Shakespeare. There's no tricks to it. It's free, and it's just a really great resource. Like it says on the website, No Fear Shakespeare puts Shakespeare's language side by side with a facing page translation into modern English, the kind of English people actually speak today. So it's a really great tool. It's a great resource for anybody who's having to read Shakespeare and is struggling with the language. Again, I also think this would be a great resource for English language learners. And it's one thing when you're learning the modern English language, and then you've got to read Shakespeare, and we throw all these outdated words at you. So No Fear Shakespeare would be a great resource for English language learners who are in an English class having to read Shakespeare. It'll really help them to understand what he is saying and what they're supposed to get out of it. And it's going to help all of your students understand what message Shakespeare is trying to get us to understand from his plays. Again, Shakespeare's tough. We want kids to read it and try to understand the language, but they're not going to be speaking the Middle English that Shakespeare was using at the time. So I don't see anything wrong with providing students a resource that allows them to see it translated into a modern version. This is also a great resource for drama teachers. If anybody's putting on a Shakespeare play, this would be a great resource to help your cast members understand their character a little bit better and what their characters are saying. So check it out, even for fun. Just check it out and see how the original Shakespeare writing is translated into modern writing. For this, I chose the two standards, one for an educator and one for students. ISTE for educators 6A, foster a culture where students take ownership of their learning goals and outcomes in both independent and group settings. And ISTE standard for students 1B, students build networks and customize their learning environments in ways that support the learning process. And I really think this is a website that gives kids ownership of their learning and help support the learning process as they are learning Shakespeare. Again, thank you for watching my videos. Take care and have a good one.